Okay, so once again, you're OC Stuck sitting here with Heather Nuhfer, right?
Yes.
Correct. I'm
Good.
always worried.
That's really good.
Fantastic. I'm always worried that it's going to be like, it's Nuhfer or something.
I'm very
weird.
fancy in French.
Who thou?
So, basic question that all interviewers always ask is, who are you and what do you do?
Yes. Well, I am Heather Nuhfer, otherwise known as Heather Nuhfer. I write for the My Little Pony comics that IDW does. I did most notably the Nightmare Rarity arc, as well as the Bookworm arc and the Pirates arc.
Fantastic. And I gotta tell you, I absolutely love the Nightmare Rarity arc. Nightmare.
Yes.
It's one of my favorites. I was really upset that I wasn't able to get like the high bid on the giant like pin-up thing that they have of the whole like Nightmare reveal. So,
I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, I had a couple of questions that have actually come from our fans and who are actually interested a little bit about what you do. One of the questions, which comes from Kiki Oyawi, she asks, why Rarity in that particular arc? Why not any of the other main six?
I feel like Rarity always sort of resonated with me, and, well, mainly because she's one of my favorite ponies, and also she was one of the ponies that I felt like didn't get as much attention as the others. Like, she was one that I always saw and kind of wanted another level from. So I felt it was a good match in terms of, you know, her being able to have sort of an internal struggle in a way that I wanted it to play out. So
fantastic. Yeah, I kind of felt that a little bit, how like she had her own like personal like woes and worries, and that kind of was escalated by the moon shadow people. Okay, so that's great. Thank you for expanding upon a little bit of what you do. But as this is an OC review show, we want to know about your OC.
Okay.
I do have the small picture right here, just of your character. I also had the one that you actually got into the comic book.
Yes.
There's a lot of the staff who work on the comics that have actually gotten their OCs in. Like, I know Katie Cook has hers in. Andy Price, I believe, has his in a couple of episodes, issues.
If only, right? I didn't have an OC, and Amy Meberson, who was the artist on that arc, really got into sticking everybody she knew in.
Yeah.
So in that last issue, she was nice enough to stick me in there.
Fantastic. Some people actually didn't actually create their own OCs. Did you have a hand in the creation of yours?
No.
No. Okay. Do you happen to know who?
Gosh, you know, I was told who did this one, and right now it escapes me, which it'll come back the instant I walk out of this room.
If it does, we'll put something on the screen and like have people go check them out. So you didn't really have that much of a hand going into it, or anything kind of like...
Not really. When Amy put me in the comic, she asked like a few basic things, like whether I wanted to be, you know, a Pegasus or a unicorn, and I was kind of like, I totally dig artists doing their own thing, so I was like, whatever floats your boat.
Right on. Would there be anything that you would actually want to change, or...
No, I think I just got the crazy eyes a little bit, but that's extremely accurate.
She does have kind of yellow ecru creamy eyes to match the main.
Little glazed from
looks a little bit like Surprise.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well,
color palette.
Yes, it looks like I'm, you know, taking down everything that's going on.
Yeah. In this particular one, we can't, in the IDW BabsCon image, we can't actually see the cutie mark, but I believe I saw something on the actual one that was in the actual comic.
Yes, I think it was a pen and ink spots.
Yeah, because I could tell the quill, but I couldn't tell what that black
Amy
smudge
would have
was.
to confirm, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Awesome, sweet. Do you guys have any questions at all?
Just general questions?
General questions at all? Anything?
So, I was just wondering, how much creative freedom are you allowed for writing the comics? Like, when you decide, like, did you decide, oh, I want to do, like, I want to do Nightmare Rarity, or
I want to do Pirates.
Or I want to do Pirates, or they give you some general theme and you go from there?
It really depends. In the beginning, when we were doing the first, Katie's first arc and then my first arc, we had those planned out almost a year beforehand. And there were things So when we write a script or we pitch a story, it has to go through IDW, who does the comics, but it also has to go through Hasbro. So they had a few things that they were wanting to have happen, or they wanted, certain villains to come back and things like that. So occasionally you'll have, a directive of, hey, we really would like if this happened or this happened, but it could be issue by issue. I've had issues where I've had almost complete creative freedom and I get no notes back from Hasbro or no notes back from IDW, but it can also happen that they're, it might interfere with something they have planned on the show, next season.
Don't want to break canon with canon.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But they've been super to work with. They're really nice, and good story kind of trumps everything. It's not very often that you're kind of scratching your head wondering what you're doing.
Fantastic. Right on. That's the other thing that Maddie brought up, that it was, if for a while there with the comics, it's a lot of fans were questioning whether or not the comics were actually main story canonical or not, but with the inclusion of Chrysalis at the beginning, in the very first, it was like, well, is that really the same world that we see? And it's like, and apparently they confirmed that, yeah, that is exactly the same world that you're seeing in the.
This happens off screen.
Yeah, it just happens off screen.
Yep, everything has to not necessarily line up, just because scheduling is so hard with production time on the show and production time on the comics.
Sometimes the episodes are made before the comics.
Right, and things things don't ship when they're supposed to, like stupid stuff all the time. So you do your best to make it be within the world as it exists and make sure it's true to everything, and that's kind of the best that we can do on both sides.
Fantastic, right on, sweet. Do you have any questions for the fans of the show, or anything you would like to possibly see from the fans? Or because there is a lot of pull that people that work in the show can do. It'd be like, hey, I want a picture of a banana wearing a sombrero at the top of the Empire State Building or something. And
a fan will go to the Empire State Building and take a picture of an actual banana with a sombrero.
Right, yeah. The fans are unbelievable, and I think there's a fine line between abuse and fun.
Sometimes you just got to cross that line.
as long as everyone is totally good with it on both ends, then it's probably okay.
Yeah.
But no, in terms of wanting stuff from fans, I really love, I love to get feedback, whether it's good or bad. Like just sort of. Ponies belongs to everybody. I think that's one thing that how popular Brony everything is. Like, these conventions are bigger than a lot of comic book conventions I go to now, and so it's nice that we can all feel like we're working on the same thing.
Right on. Yeah. Sweet, fantastic. Well, we got to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
We got to see us a little bit. We got to talk about your great OC. And I gotta say, Heather, your OC does not suck. Yeah, right. Quick, who is best pony in the series?
You don't ask people that.
We ask everyone.
Well, I can say my favorite pony because I don't go down the best pony.
Favorite works as well. Yeah.
Well, Applejack is my favorite pony.
Yes.
But Rarity is my favorite pony to write.
Fantastic. That always works for me.
I'll hear that.
So this has been your OC Sucks talking with Heather Nuhfer. Yeah. This is great. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Awesome. So, and like I said, Heather, your OC does not suck.
Thank you.